Well, hello, fellow humans. I am still over 200 pounds, as you can see from the length of my hair. But I have cut the sides, and it is about time to cut them again. Now, I have an update. I have a lot of updates. First and foremost, Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2024. In 1 week and 1 day, it'll be the 2-year anniversary of when I lost my leg. And I'm looking forward to the anniversary. I may have mentioned in previous videos that I take that opportunity to, my birthday is 2 days before I lost my leg. And I use my annual situation because it's only 2 days apart. I take that moment and I make it a part of my birthday to incorporate doing something that I've never done before. Last year it was riding on a train, and it was a Christmas themed train because it was so close to the holidays. It was also the very last day that they were going to be doing that. Sorry for the light glare. And I got to see a reindeer for the first time on that trip. I got to see camels and donkeys and other things that I have seen before. It was such a good time. And I was not walking very well back then. It's such a stark contrast to this year. Independent steps. Over there is my leg. There's my completed movie theater screen. And yeah. Nope. But before I get into that stuff, let's get the updates out of the way. I don't remember the last time I made a video, but there was there's been some changes at work. I'm trying to think. So I don't want to dox anything. I don't want to put any information out there that's too it's not my information to put out there, let's say. But the company that I work for part-time, they've been acquired by a bigger entity that's been around for more than a century now. And yeah, I was very apprehensive at first, thinking we toured their facility as a group, all of the production people, and yeah, I just didn't see where I fit in. I didn't see where what I do meshes with what that company already has established that they do. So I was very apprehensive at first, and then I heard that one of my departments was very much an interest of theirs. And other departments may see an uptick in customers because of them putting... It's hard to describe what they do, because a large amount of what they do is they provide the service, but they use vendors to produce. Well, I'm production, and the shop that I work for is production. So obviously what they do currently doesn't include what we do, but they would not be interested in us if they didn't want to change that. So we're going to see more traffic. I'm going to be exhausted. And one of my prize and one of the departments that I'm most versed in is one of their distinct interests. So I'm very happy about that. I couldn't see where I fit in, but they told me that I already do. So that's cool. I'm I'm hesitant to oversell what's going on, but I, being on disability, if I can't give them full-time hours, if I'm not ready yet, and my right side is, I don't know what it is and is not ready for, so I don't want to promise full-time hours and then not deliver. And also, if I can't give them full-time hours, then I can't support myself, and I still need the disability. If I can give them full-time hours, I want to be off that disability yesterday, even though yesterday would have been December 31st. Anyway, what else is going on? I didn't finish that. I might be flirting with the idea of trying to work full-time hours for the month of January. I'm allowed to do that. And I just don't know if I can. It's a long month. It's got me nervous because the shop is closed today, but tomorrow I start whatever it is I'm starting, and I'm going to start. So my next video is going to be an update about how that went. What else is going on? I haven't, as you know, I live at home. My parents are less than 20 feet in that direction. And before my accident, I lived downstairs in the basement, independent entry, half kitchen, TV room. I was set, I was well set. I'm considering moving back there this spring. And it's bittersweet because I put so much work into this room, squeezing my entire life into this one room, and it can't fit. It will not fit. There's seasonal stuff that's in storage. There's previous apartment stuff that's in storage. There's you can see behind me on this bench, storage bench. The storage bench is full, and it's still got crap on it. This shelf, after Christmas, was completely cleaned off. It's got crap on it, and I'm overflowing with crap. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I know my mom's gonna hate it because of everything that I've done to this room, and then I move downstairs. But everything I did to this room is because I don't have space. I don't have space for everything. But that's the plan for this spring. It's another big thing that's going to be happening this year. Oh, and for my birthday, the one thing that I have never done before that I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to the planetarium. And I've always wanted to, and luckily they had a show that was not some, Taylor Swift tribute to Michael Jackson, to The Weeknd, to Bruno Mars Laser Light concert. I wanted a planetary experience. And luckily, scheduling worked out that I'm going to be able to partake in that. And I'm very happy. And so that's the thing I'm going to do this year. Now that's just me and one of my very best friends. We've known each other 20 years now. And we're going to be doing that because I know that he will, even if he doesn't find it interesting, he'll be polite about it. My other friends, the more people you include, the more attention you give the thing you're not paying attention to the thing that you're doing. So, the thing that I'm going to be doing with all the other friends, and I've got a couple of besties mixed in there too. I'm thinking karaoke, and I heard that my parents, sometime around February, are going to be taking a trip about 45 minutes south to visit an old family friend. And I tried to get a good rate on a private room on a professional karaoke place in Kansas City's Westport center of parties. Anyway, but that the last day you can get a good rate is Thursday. And when I proposed karaoke on Thursday, people were like, I can't go. I'm like, why? Because it's the middle of the week. And I'm like, of course it is. So I'm thinking cancel outright and tell everybody, you know what? We're going to have karaoke right here in the living room, loud as fuck. And we are going, there's going to be food and drink and all that stuff. And all I got to do is worry about setting up the audio video equipment, which I already love doing that stuff anyway. So it just seems like the perfect combination of things. And that'll be what I do with my other besties. Next, I have this birthday stuff, New Year's stuff. No. I know I didn't make a video about Christmas, so for Christmas I got a laundry basket, and it seemed like it was a backhanded present that my mom probably suggested, because we pulled names out of a hat. My niece got me, and I'm certain my niece asked my mom, and my mom told her to get me a laundry basket because my room is always messy with laundry. Joke's on her. I wanted a laundry basket because my room's always messy with laundry. So I got a laundry basket. It's in the closet. Now, as you know, when it comes to mess, when you move it from one place to another, it, one, gets smaller, and two, it moves whatever mess was there to another location. So as I am on this bed was covered in junk that was in a box. One box, one big, up there it is right there, big ass box. And inside that box was decorations for my murder mystery party from last year, of which I had multiple people tell me multiple times that because they knew there's 3 possible endings to it, they demanded a sequel. I have never had anybody demand another of the exact same party. And I've been avoiding it because I'm in a mode, you know. We had a 20s party like almost not a decade. It was like 2017. And we had a 20s party, and it was the best party I have ever thrown. But whenever someone suggests we have another 20s party because it's the 20s, I'm like, it's been done. You can't improve upon it. And maybe you can, but if you could, I would get pissed off. And I would hate you forever for outshining my crown jewel, a motherfucker. Joking, really. But, no, I'm shying away from redoing something that I've already done, but something I have never done is a sequel. A sequel to a party that I've already done. And then I thought, okay, it was for my birthday last year. This year, I'm going to have the sequel around March, right? So, and around the day before St. Patrick's Day is going to be a Sunday this year, or Saturday this year. So, I said, we're going to have it then. And because it's the European Bell, 1935, we're going to take that train. And for some reason, we're going to cross a body of water, take a detour to Ireland. That's going to set the menu. And then we're going to get back on track with the plot, kind of a refresher, and then have some food, and then pick up where we left off with the new, different-y scenario, right? And if that goes well, then maybe we'll do the third scenario. And I'm thinking, if it goes well and we do the third scenario, I will make it Oktoberfest. So we started off, it's from Paris to Moscow, the train. And I said, if you can think of any European foods you would like to do a potluck thing, whatever, cool. And somebody brought a pizza. I was like, yeah. I made cabbage rolls. Don't get me started on that. And other people just kind of just dug in. My cousin brought some English tea. It was very nice. It was very awesome. Anyway, this time we already know what we're going to have. Traditional Irish stuff. You know, corned beef, cabbage, some Kilcannon, some vegetarian options, maybe even a little, cabbage soup, a cabbage roll soup. It's very good. You got to look it up. Anyway, so that's March. I'm skipping around a little bit because I want to get this stuff out of the way. January, January is going to be the planetarium, and I believe that's it for the month. And then February is going to be the murder mystery. Am I wrong about that? Mardi Gras is going to be the day before Valentine's Day, so I can expect to be doing that one alone. I'll grab some Cajun food that day and I'll bring it home to my parents. Whatever. What else? I believe that's it for February. March is going to be, and February is the murder mystery, whenever that's going to be. March is the murder mystery. February is the postponement of the karaoke. I need to write this shit down. And then that's March. Then there's April. I'm going to see Randy Rambo live with my L#1 bestie, and we are going to laugh our asses off to some campy ass music. Fun, you know, LGBTQ represent. So, and that's up till April. And then May onward, maybe that's when I will solidify my move downstairs. Plans. So, 2024, I've already seen so many people just downplay and be just generally negative about the upcoming year. I've got so many plans for this upcoming year that I don't have time to be negative. And anybody who's in my position as an amputee, you don't have time to be negative. You can't even get caught in a negative thought for more than a few minutes. You cannot, because that can de-escalate everything. You can find yourself in a depression if you start there and you identify it early. You don't start there and you move on. You stay fucking positive because, quite frankly, and not to be hyperbolic or exaggerating it at all, your life fucking depends on it. Absolutely depends on it. It's like you've got real life liabilities to worry about. Your emotional state, you have to deal emotionally with these things, but you also you have to nurture yourself. You have to be a parent to yourself. And you have to love yourself and be patient in a way that you've never had to before. And yeah, sorry for the low angle. It makes me look old. Or maybe just being old makes me look old. But now, those are the plans. That's what's happening looking forward. And I will have some ups and I will have some downs, but I've got a plan. Now, tour of the room. I've been putting this off because my room has always been an absolute disaster. And we are going to do this up over my head because I broke the thing that holds my phone. So I got no tripod right now. Well, let's start at the window. There's my pull-up bar. All the way down to the floor. Fan. Thing to hold my socks and underwear. And shorts. It's like when I get out of the shower, it's like I jump on the bed, I get my stuff out and on, and then I just sit there and relax because I just had a shower. Anyway, so there's that stuff. There's my bed. Now, today I thinned out my bedspreads because I had 2 throws, a new quilt blanket, very soft by the way. This is a new bedspread as well. But I also had my old comforter from my old bed. I had 5 blankets on this bed. I am the only person in this house that has never complained about the cold. And I've got 5 blankets. Like, ugh. So I folded up a couple and put them in the closet. Now, but that's happening. And right here, that's my abstract art. That is my record player. And this is my Christmas present. Those are my vinyls on the floor. That is Vampire Weekend, and my niece got me 2 LPs. I love both of them. I listened to the first one the very night I got them, and then the second one I waited till later because that night it was getting late. Anyway, so there's all that stuff. There's my projector screen. You can see a little bit of the air intake still above the thing, but that's only if you're way up high. And you're down below, you're looking at the thing. I look like Satan. Anyway. Now, there's my leg. There's my chair. My leg, my crutch. The door, the closet door. Now, sorry. This is my TV setup. Now, every time I turn on these crazy lights up here, these apparently work on the same IR frequency, and they turn on as well. Cool. But they do have a timer. In 4 hours, they will shut themselves off. So, and down below here, I've got my cubbies on over here. All those cubbies, too. I've got a cubby for each of those cubby holes. But 2 of them I retired from over there, and I put down below my desk is that stuff. and I have what is known in many circles as my gamer setup. I got from one of my best friends, gifted me this monitor, this PC, and I bought this desk for just this little netbook so that I could do stuff for work. Not work for work. It's more of logging my hours so that I can accurately report them to the IRS. And yeah. Now, speaking of the murder mystery, one of these is more reactive to the blue LEDs than the other. This highly reactive guy right here, little guy, that is second place. And this guy, who is less reactive but bigger, he's first place. Because in the murder mystery, there was a prize, which was a Squishmallow, for first place. Or for who got it right, or most right. Because we had two people that got it right, but we went for most right. And I also had a prize. It was a squishy stress banana. It was basically a gag gift for the person who got it wrong, or so ridiculously wrong that they deserved the dirty banana. And people absolutely loved that idea. So much so, because those are two green dragons, and it's going to be an Irish theme, I'm going to give the person with the worst the worst response to the murder mystery. They're going to get a jar of pickles, and I'm going to call those Irish bananas. Hilarious, right? Now, stand up a little bit. I can stand up on one foot so long as I've got the back of my leg is touching the bed. I can maintain my balance. So, standing up. Oh, I didn't address these. Okay, up in this corner, there's my projector, there's my crazy light, but up here is a bunch of stuff that is like, it's kind of, how do you say, it's like where a bunch of non sequitur antiques would go. It's just on top, it's just there. And one is an old 1920s phone. It's holding an Alexa. There's the little tiny replica music box that looks like a movie projector. There's stuff in there. There's a cubby in there, but that's the movie corner. I'm thinking maybe some movie posters, some miniature movie posters as kind of knick-knacky stuff to go around it as well. But then on the other side of the window, above the computer, there is a Bluetooth speaker that looks like a Victrola. There's something else, don't disregard that. That is my crazy light, and there is my metal sign with what looks like a Victrola, where is it? There it is. Victrola record player with a horn, audio, and a little microphone, and a metal sign back there that says jazz. There's a metal sign back there that says something about movies. And they kind of match each other, but that one has a sign that says now showing. I want to make my own sign on this side that says on air, because that's the difference between movies and radio. Now showing on air. And make them look the same so they match each other, kind of a symmetry thing. Now, being the music corner, it was kind of a disappointment. When I got this desk, my actual record player wouldn't fit in this corner anymore. So, I had to think. So I thunked, and I decided to move this guy, this pull-up monstrosity, from over here, which was actually in the way of the movie screen a bit, and I moved it in front of the window. Not the most attractive thing in the world, but it opened up that corner, I've put my music over there, and I managed to pipe in the music into the surround sound. Now let's go through the fucking speakers, dog. Alright, there's a speaker down here. It's a flat speaker, but it's rather big for what it was. There's a sound bar. Another speaker on the far side over here. There's a speaker right next to... those water bottles are on top of it right now. I'm so messy. And then on this side, same speaker. You can see the light on the volume button. All of that plugged in. And the pièce de resistance is underneath this bed is a subwoofer meant for a car, but I've got it secured to the bottom of the bed frame. So when stuff is going on in the theater and you're in bed watching it, you're feeling it too. I am so happy with the results as well. So freaking happy. But now the record player is tied into all of the same speakers. Now, obviously only one thing can go at a time, but the truth is, I unplugged the Alexa from the speakers over here because with it attached, and I don't know why, but it muffled the sound coming from the projector. No other sound was coming through clearly because the Alexa is, in a sense, it's always on. And it's always, my theory is that it's just occupying a small amount of the bandwidth of the audio, and it's just obstructing the audio that's trying to get through the same wires. It's a theory. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. Anyway, but yeah. What else? Yeah. So I get to listen to records at a surround sound scenario. I would love to, when I move downstairs, to have the TV room also be the music room, right? It's all the audio, all the video, everything's happening in that room. And if you remove all that stuff from my living situation, I would have none of that, none of that, none of that, none of these lights. All of it would be in the media room. Even the computer would not be in my room. It would be, I have plans to put it in the hallway downstairs. But no, none of this craziness. And, well, this is a hell of my own making. It's also a necessary hell. I need these things available to me, and the only way to do that in this room is to have them all in this room. Now the question is, projector. We've got a TV downstairs. Maybe I keep the projector for my bedroom only. It's going to be a smaller screen because it's probably going to be closer. The projector is, and the wall that is available for it to be used for that is also going to be a bit smaller. So my actual living space is going to be a little smaller, but I'm not going to have a lot of this stuff in the room with me. It's just going to be me, my theater. If I want to listen to music, I go into the TV room. If I want my Alexa, I suppose I could invest in more Alexas, actually, now that I think about it, because I could do music in my room as well. And I'm going to need at least one for an alarm clock. Ooh. Alright, so I have a bunch of 2, maybe 3 Alexas in my room, and the rest will be in the TV room, contributing to the music in there. I'm digging it. I'm making plans in my head. I'm excited. I realistically, already, geographically, natural disaster-ishly, and did I say politically? This is going to be a funky year. This is going to be a year for the books. Mainly because there's so much we don't know is going to happen. Let's hope things stay peaceful. Peaceful and principled. But it was a brief tour of my, as of yet, still kind of messy room and plans for the future. And if I ever get my shit together about losing the weight, then I can cut this absolute monstrosity of humanity off of my head. Well, and it might be a full pound in and of itself. Whew, all right. Well, video complete. Have fun. Be positive, and yeah. Have a good year. Happy New Year.